Hello, 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 ladies, germs, and beyond. Welcome to NGS Season 5, Round 2. We have a Division C West matchup between Left Coast and Can't Counterpick Stupid. Left Coast is entering tonight with a 2-4 record. Can't Counterpick Stupid is on a second leg of a doubleheader. Second head of a doubleheader. Anyway, part 2 of a doubleheader for them tonight. And they are currently 5-5. And we are headed to Infernal Shrines. Let's go ahead and get that started right now. Hello, friends. So, Infernal Shrines is our first map of this 2-game set between these two teams. How did we get here? The first map ban was by Left Coast, and they got rid of Brax's Holdout. Second map ban was by Can't Counterpick Stupid, and they eliminated Sky Temple from the proceedings. So here we are. The first game's map pick was Left Coast's. That means Can't Counterpick Stupid is currently thinking of their first ban. So Infernal Shrines is going to have objectives that are going to be rather focused in terms of team fighting. So we're fighting over, tight spaces. We're going to see heroes that are focused on that kind of endeavor picked here. Somebody like Alex Straza, for example. People with really good AoE, PvE AoE abilities, that kind of thing. But so far, our first two bans are Garrosh and Lunara. Left Coast not liking that poison damage from the Fawn. Can't Counterpick Stupid has no interest in dealing with Garrosh in those tight quarters I was talking about just a moment ago. But hey, welcome. Welcome again, everybody. Hopefully you've been enjoying NGS action. There's been a ton of games tonight. This is one of the last games on the docket this evening, if I'm not mistaken. Second ban from Can't Counterpick Stupid will be Malfurion. Definitely a solid support so far this season. Plus offers roots, as does the fourth banned hero, this time out of Left Coast's camp. That's going to be Arthas. Slowing down auto attacks, rooting folks. Can be very difficult to kill, depending on who's attacking him. And the first hero in the game will be Rhaegar. Rhaegar having lots of success this season. Interesting that we're not seeing a highly prioritized Deckard. We're not seeing a highly prioritized Whitemane. But we are seeing, oh, there we go, Johanna and Whitemane. So strong rotation out of Left Coast there. Whitemane doing really well so far. Not a lot of games logged. Last time I looked, she was undefeated. But it was only 3-0. Not sure what's been going down today in terms of Whitemane's activity. And Johanna, a most capable frontliner. Probably the most popular warrior in the league right now. Can't Counterpick Stupid, serving up a Diablo and an Asmodan. Asmodan is also doing extremely well. Lots of poke damage, lots of AoE damage. And he only gets stronger as the game progresses. Stacking up his strength. Usually, Asmodan's banned out. More often than not. But he's not this time. RTB 1400. Thanks for joining us. And our final ban from Left Coast is going to be Phoenix. They don't want to deal with the slows. They don't want to deal with the pesky teleports. They don't want to deal with the double life bars. Got that full shield and then a health bar underneath that. Final ban out of Can't Counterpick Stupid is going to be Maiev. Get rid of some of that displacement. She can be very pesky indeed. Little Mouse 19, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. All right, next rotation out of left coast. RTB 1400 saying left coast been doing their homework, banning out the Lunara and Arthas. And they're going to pick Varian and Malthael. Varian is going to add a little bit of uncertainty to this draft. Which Varian are we going to see? We'll have to wait and find out. And Malthael, good at that PvP phase of the game, riding around on the fast horse perhaps. Also, Last Rites is incredibly powerful in team fights. Final rotation out of Counterpick Stupid is going to be Gul'dan and Anubarak. Couple of powerful apostrophes on that team. Gul'dan, tons of damage. Just blankets of it coming out. Orphi is always scary ultimate. And Anubarak gives you all kinds of control. Very, very good rotation there. And we're going to finish off with a late pick Jaina. That's pretty amazing. Jaina has been top of the pops in this league so far. So that's a ton of value. Picking up that Jaina late. Gives you burst, she gives you slows, she gives you hard CC at 10. So, really excellent drafts from both teams here. Scary heroes on both sides of the map. You have a lot of damage coming out from both teams. Azmodan, Jaina, Gul'dan. It's going to be crazy. Let's hop over to the full screen experience. Alright, get me out of here. So, let's see. Left coast is in the blue. Johanna, played by Hex337. Malthael, played by Incognito. Whitemane, played by Maxazillion. Varian, played by Reaper777. And Jaina is played by Catrixa. Meanwhile, in the red, we have Counterpick Stupid. Rhaegar, played by Wits End. Azmodan, played by Thorin. Gul'dan, played by Caledorn. Valkymer, playing Anubarak. And Diablo, played by Osprey. Welcome to the shrines, folks. Alright, left coast just kind of assembling. No sprays coming out or anything like that yet. Seeing a 1-4 opener from Can't Counterpick Stupid. Let's pull up some talents, see what people are picking. Looks like we have a corruption Gul'dan going on.
We cannot tarry.
And our Whitemane's going to be going with the Q build, it looks like. She is investing in Martyrdom at level 1. Well, she did get nerfed a little bit recently. The nerf mostly went after her mana. Not so much the power of her Q, so... Alright, we begin with a little bit of a tussle here in the middle. Just kind of pushing some buttons. And we're doing a 1-4 rotation by both teams. We have Warriors duking it out just a little bit. But mainly, it's just sort of map maintenance. Working on these waves of minions. Solo lane. Not a whole lot going on there. Malthael is doing a pretty good job of pushing the lane. Anubarak's just kind of hanging out. Oh, but look at this. Diablo falling. First hero death of the game. So, first blood is going to go to left coast. They are up a 1 kill to 0, and that gives them a slight XP lead. We're going to start to see some Merc camp prioritization here, as both teams work on their siege camps simultaneously. All 2 more members of each team just kind of hang out in mid and get that experience. Level 4 talents will be coming out pretty soon, so be sure to look at those when they appear. Some aggression from Osprey here on Reaper. It's going to take quite a bit of damage. Another charge from Diablo. Can't counterpick stupid, is far from intimidated. And we have level 4 talents available for our perusal here. Siege camp is being taken bot lane by Can't Counterpick Stupid. With 2v1 situation here, Caledorn taking some damage but can heal it right back up. Playing that Gul'dan. No problems there. Looks like we have ships passing in the night here as Left Coast wants to go ahead and clear this camp bot. Noticing Rhaegar is going with the Lightning Shield build. Let's see if he drops that on his front line. Get some extra damage out. Use it to help secure kills if you leap in with the doggy bite. And it looks like we are pretty much all here except for Johanna showing up just a little bit late to the proceedings here, but I thought they were going to run right in there. X takes a peek, backs out, Incognito gets flipped, stunned. Full-on engagement here. Tons of Jaina damage coming out. She does kill Rhaegar. Osprey down to 70 health and dead. Left Coast will take a 2-0 result from that team fight, and they start working on the objective here. They're up to 12 minions killed. Can't Counterpick Stupid reached 22 before that fight finished. It's looking like a 5v3 here for the moment, as Rhaegar and Diablo try to get back in here. Incognito's pretty low. X taking a lot of damage. Left Coast is up to 29, 31 to 29. Dive in from Valkyrie. Stuns on Jaina. Reaper charges in. X trying to zone people out, surrounded by 4 can't counterpick stupid players. Asmodan bomb on Catrixa. Nice dive in by Valkyrie. And despite the early team fight troubles, Can't Counterpick Stupid comes back and wins this first Punisher. But the Coast does a good job of getting the Punisher to jump over that fence. It's down to about 20% health left. There's a stun on Incognito. Nice follow-up by Anubarak, chaining his stun with the Punishers. But Incognito will stay alive. Looks like this fort has a pretty good chance of going down. RTB 1400, thank you very much again for spending this time with us. And yeah, this is my first solo cast of NGS game, so history being made here, for good or ill, we'll find out. Alright, so first Punisher went to Can't Counterpick Stupid, but Left Coast is going to hit level 8, maybe just a moment sooner. Yes, indeed. And looks like both teams are just going to do some player versus environment activity right now. Can't Counterpick Stupid. Gonna seize this siege camp. Say that 3 times fast. Left Coast working on their own siege camp here. Valkymer and Caledorn poking at it, but no chance of a full-on invade, or is there? Anubarak is interested. Face checks that vent, but it's only Johanna. No worries there. Looks like Reaper's gonna clear bot while Another siege camp's going to be taken by Can't Counterpick Stupid. Anubarak has moved up to the solo lane against Incognito. Let me pull up the talents for everybody. Jane is going for that machine gun Ice Lance build. We do have a cleanse out of Rhaegar. Valkymer kind of spying on bot lane here. Maxazillion and Reaper. Not sure if they're aware here. Reaper is in danger of getting picked by 4 members of Can't Counterpick Stupid, but plays it safely enough and survives. Looking at mid lane now. Thorin just stacking up. Tossing out some bombs. And both teams have level 10 before the next objective is going to be up in 20 seconds. So we're seeing more stuns out of Johanna. We see last rites out of Malthael. We also see a bruiser camp being taken here by Can't Counterpick Stupid as Azmodan continues to work top a little bit. Left Coast is pushing on the bottom fort wall, taking down both towers and the gate. Also the Sippy Cup here. Nice aggression against buildings there from Left Coast. They also get the objective started. To 11 minions as Can't Counterpick Stupid decides when to go in. It looks like it's going to be now. Cocoon out on Malthael. Reaper jumps in on 2, gets stunned, and is surrounded by the team. Out comes Ring from Jaina. Lots of damage going on Maxazillion. Valkymer's really low. Incognito gets stunned by Osprey and will die, but not before, well, a little bit before last rites kills Diablo. And right now it is 1 for 1. Left Coast is low on resources. They're going to have to retreat. Can't Counterpick Stupid's racking up the minion kills. They're up to 33. Another charge in from Reaper. Colossal Smash variant. I didn't mention that earlier. Reaper's down to 300 health. Uses that protected to get out. Hex surrounded by Can't Counterpick Stupid. Frontline doing a good job here from both teams. Maxazillion, a little bit of trouble here on white main. Gets flipped. Running for his life. Azmodan bomb, not quite enough to finish him off. Wit's End. And Osprey diving in for that white main kill. Well done. Looks like Reaper's also going to die. That was an excellent sequence for Can't Counterpick Stupid. They got 2 kills there. Has the Punisher, which is an arcane version, possibly the most feared. Jumps over this keep wall. Quite a bit of value here for Can't Counterpick Stupid. They also hit 15s first. Ring comes out from Jaina, but no follow-up. Perhaps more of a deterrent. Anything else? Cocoon out on white main, so no healer available for Left Coast. Incognito, horrified. Lightning Breath. Reaper charges in. Kelvadorn gets the Ancestral from Rhaegar. Diablo's gonna die. Incognito's super low again. That white main healing is for real. And now Can't Counterpick Stupid is thinking, well, I think we've had quite a bit of that. We're just gonna back off. Lots of value. Almost got 50% of that bottom lane keep, and they're gonna go ahead and take Left Coast siege camp here. Azmodan, in case you're wondering, is up to 163 stacks of Annihilation. Getting stronger and stronger as the game proceeds. Can't counterpick stupid. It's kind of dominating the PvE at this point. Got multiple camps going at the same time here. They're going to gather in the middle. What's their plan here? They're going to go top. Looks like they just want to push this a little bit. Left coast is going to clear middle. Azmodan looks like going to soak bot a little bit. Can't counterpick stupid is up 15 to 14 in levels. What's this? A little bit of a bruiser camp invade, or perhaps a 5v4 fight? Left coast catches them unaware. The ring comes out. Gul'dan's going to die right away. Valkymer's super low. He's able to burrow out. It's a nice little pick play from left coast as they invade this bruiser camp. They knew that Azmodan wasn't available, creating that mismatch. And they will take this camp, not without taking a little bit of poke damage from Anubarak et al. So we're seeing some nice aggression from both teams in this game so far. Nice back and forth affair. With that pick, left coast caught up on XP just a little bit. They're going to cash in some more XP here on this middle gate. That's going to bring them about, well, they're within half a level of Can't Counterpick Stupid, who still seem to be up for hitting 16 first. But maybe not. Left coast aggressing top lane here and getting a kill on Diablo. Are they going to push in on this building? Set of buildings? No, I guess they're just going to leave the tower standing because objective is active. So they move on to the shrine here and start killing minions. As Can't Counterpick Stupid picks their 16s, but they're interested in doing a little bit of a funky maneuver of their own, moving on to this keep. They do have one member dead, so they're just trying to get value elsewhere. I like the thinking there. Doesn't do any good to just dance around the objective. If you can't contest it, go somewhere else. Cash in some XP, or even better, get a keep. Unlock those catapults in that lane. Meanwhile, left coast gets their first finisher of the game. And they're going to get this fort quite easily. Diablo is clearing top. I'm going to pull up the stats for everybody. Punisher jumps over the wall. Pretty standard proceedings here. Valkymer goes in just a little bit. In comes Reaper with that, and the Ancestral, but it's not enough. We have a cocoon out on Malthael. Reaper's gonna die. Hex gets burrowed upon by Anubarak, and the counter push is real. Incognito trying to put out as much damage as possible with that Malthael. Anubarak's super low, has to burrow out. Incog's down to 300 health and will die to a well-placed bomb. So 2 members of left coast dying there. We only have 1 dead member of Can't Counterpick Stupid after all is said and done. Looks like Wit's End and Osprey want to go ahead and work on this bot siege camp. They basically owned this camp all game. Valkymer and Thorn working on this other siege camp, so a bunch of merc action going on. Gul'dan's back up. And Can't Counterpick Stupid maintains that half-level lead. 18 to 17 in their favor. Very close game. Back and forth affair for the most part. 9 kills for left coast. 5 for Can't Counterpick Stupid. Maybe we'll see a few more here. Incognito and Maximilian taking a ton of damage from Azmodan. Jaina is going to get isolated and blown up. Left coast very low here. Diablo also very low. Osprey will die. Incognito almost dead, but it's Varian instead who will die on the side of left coast. As Counterpick Stupid takes this bruiser camp. And Diablo, of course, is back up. 323 stacks on Azmodan. It's becoming increasingly frightening. As Counterpick Stupid postures for bot lane aggression here. Only 2 members of left coast are up to defend it. As White Mane is in the middle, Incognito is going to get destroyed by another Azmodan bomb. As Counterpick Stupid moves on the core here, shield will go down shortly. White Mane is cocooned, leaving only Hex to defend. Core is down to 90%, 80%, 70%. 3 members left coast here to defend. 40%. This is going to be game 1 in favor of Counterpick Stupid. GG's to both teams. Well played. All right, let's go to the match summary. Oof. That's quite the match, wasn't it? But Counterpick Stupid really made the most of the advantages that they created later in the game and made a really nice aggressive call at the end to just win the game. If you can win the game, go win the game. And that's what they did. But I liked seeing some of the aggression out of left coast as well, especially trying to take buildings when they had advantages, and that nice pick camp invade that they did top lane. Some pretty stuff from both teams. Malthael with top damage on the side of left coast, 49k, with a 363 stat line. Not bad at all. Gul'dan just edging out Azmodan for top hero damage on the side of Counterpick Stupid. 242 line. Azmodan did not die in this game. A clean sheet for Thorn. And Diablo having a little bit of a rough time. 1, 7, and 6. Did absorb 71k worth of damage though. Very good, very good. Alright, so our next map, game 2, is going to be Volskaya Industries. So, while I set up the lobby, why don't I play a little video about the next map? I'm sure everybody here in chat is already familiar with it, but you know, just in case we have some new folks, you never know. I'll catch you on the flip side as we set up game 2.
After discovering her factory and the surrounding city in danger of being invaded by beings from other worlds, CEO Katya Volskaya immediately began work on a new mech series to defend her homeland from the denizens of the Nexus. Now, the Triglav Protector is ready for testing. Volskaya Foundry is a medium-sized 3-lane battleground. At the top, center, and bottom of the foundry sit 3 control points. Periodically, a control point will activate, and teams must vie for control of the point to acquire a massive mech vehicle. Ownership of a point can be gained by standing inside the designated area. However, if an enemy happens to also enter the area, the point will become contested until the foe is eliminated. Once a team assumes possession of a point, they will begin to accrue victory progress at a steady rate. Teams must remain in the area to continue this progress, as stepping away will eventually return the point to a neutral state. As in Overwatch, if a control point reaches 99% and an enemy remains to contest, the point will enter an overtime state. This overtime state will only last a few seconds, but it is reset whenever an enemy player steps onto the point. Once a team's victory progress finally hits 100%, they will close out the objective and initiate deployment of a Triglav Protector. The Protector is similar to other piloted objectives in Heroes of the Storm, like the Dragon Knight or Garden Terror, but it is unique as a two-person vehicle. The first person to enter the Protector will assume its pilot position. This player will control the mech's movement and use of sieging and support abilities. Charge will propel the Protector toward a targeted enemy's position, dealing area damage around it and double damage to structures and minions. Rocket Fist launches a concussive fist that will root the first hero it hits or disable a targeted structure for a brief period of time. When activated, Shield Emitter will provide the mech armor and grant a shield to allies in its proximity. The second person to enter the Protector will take on the Gunner position and has access to a deadly set of damage-dealing abilities. After a range-defining windup, the Protector's particle cannon can launch a projectile to a target location, dealing area damage upon impact. The mech can also initiate Gatling Cannon, unleashing an ongoing barrage of missiles at your cursor location for a brief period. Or activate its Scorching Laser to cut a line in the terrain that will trigger a delayed explosion for heavy damage. In addition to the Protector, spread across Volskaya Foundry are 5 mercenary camps, 2 siege camps, 2 turret mercs, and a singular support camp. Utilize the pushing power and activatable resources from these camps to bolster your team's aggression and push further into enemy territory. The control points across Volskaya are unique in a few ways. Each layout is different and will require you to engage the objective with a variety of tactical strategies. On top of that, the addition of moving conveyor belts around the points brings a dose of chaos that can amplify your team's approach or stifle it completely. Make sure you understand the direction each conveyor belt is moving around your point when you decide to engage or retreat. Even if your back is against the wall and it looks like the enemy is about to capture a point, do not lose hope. If you defensively dive a point before it hits 100%, the enemy cannot secure victory with you present. Safely hold your ground and get your team to back you for a team fight that could turn the tide. You do not want to underestimate the power of the Triglav Protector. In the hands of talented players, this mech can unload a ridiculous amount of damage. Volskaya Foundry is primed to test its remarkable new technology. How are you with mechs? Ready to be a pilot? A gunner? Or just a test dummy? We'll see you in the Nexus.
All right, so we're just getting this lobby built here. We're just about done. Both teams are almost ready to go. Just have one player pending. Meanwhile, I just want to thank everybody again for joining us here for this Division C West matchup between Left Coast and Can't Counterpick Stupid. The latter just won Game 1 of this 2-game set. So Can't Counterpick Stupid is up 1-0. Going to be going for that domination. Meanwhile, Left Coast is going to try to earn that draw. Get a win on the Volskaya Foundry map. Which was chosen by Can't Counterpick Stupid. So, might be a little bit of a home court advantage for them. I don't know, chat, what did you think of Game 1? I thought it was a pretty fantastic match. Still have one player that's kind of entering and exiting the lobby here. Seemed to me that Can't Counterpick Stupid really benefited from the control play out of a Nubarak. Lots of really quality web wraps, cocoons on the likes of Whitemane, for example. Looks like one player from Can't Counterpick Stupid has to reload their client. So we can just hang out and chat for a little bit. Full Sky Foundry is one of my favorite maps. Even though I'm a fan of playing the hero that I draft and not necessarily having to jump into a vehicle. But otherwise I really like this map. It's very much based on what your team can do. Not a lot of gimmicks going on outside of the tree glove protector. Nice wide open team fighting areas. Interesting merc camp situation. And it looks like we're about ready to go for game 2. Can't Counterpick Stupid is ready. Just waiting on left coast. We have an R from both captains, so let's go ahead and head on into the game, shall we? Oops, nope, we have a missing player all of a sudden. A little bit of a technical issue here. Yeah, I'm not loading into the draft, so let's just recreate the lobby here. I'm going to go ahead and pop over to another screen. No, maybe not. Let's just stick with this. You can see the behind the scenes workings here. Get both teams invited into the game again. Hopefully it'll all work out this time. Bring my pretty face back on the screen. All right. Make sure everybody's on the right side here. That's important. All right, left coast is completely loaded in. Can't Counterpick Stupid is in progress. We did have one player on Can't Counterpick Stupid who's kind of popping in and out of the lobby. Looked like they may have popped out of the lobby right when I clicked start game, so that might explain that. Well, we almost got this thing started. Game 2 just around the corner here. Looks like, yeah, it looks like there is one player from Counterpick Stupid still having some technical difficulties, so I think we'll just hang out on the intermission screen for a moment. And then I'll come back when we have this all sorted out. Should just be another moment or two, I hope.
After discovering her factory and the surrounding city in danger of being invaded by beings from other worlds, CEO Katya Volskaya immediately began work on a new mech series to defend her homeland from the denizens of the Nexus. Now, the Triglav Protector is ready for testing. Volskaya Foundry is a medium-sized, 3-lane battleground. At the top, center, and bottom of the foundry sit 3 control points. Periodically, a control point will activate, and teams must vie for control of the point to acquire a massive mech vehicle. Ownership of a point can be gained by standing inside the designated area. However, if an enemy happens to also enter the area, the point will become contested until the foe is eliminated. Once a team assumes possession of a point, they will begin to accrue victory progress at a steady rate. Teams must remain in the area to continue this progress, as stepping away will eventually return the point to a neutral state. As in Overwatch, if a control point reaches 99% and an enemy remains to contest, the point will enter an overtime state. This overtime state will only last a few seconds, but it is reset whenever an enemy player steps onto the point. Once a team's victory progress finally hits 100%, they will close out the objective and initiate deployment of a Triglav Protector. The Protector is similar to other piloted objectives in Heroes of the Storm, like the Dragon Knight or Garden Terror, but it is unique as a 2-person vehicle. The first person to enter the Protector will assume its pilot position. This player will control the mech's movement and use of sieging and support abilities. Charge will propel the Protector toward a targeted enemy's position, dealing area damage around it and double damage to structures and minions. Rocket Fist launches a concussive fist that will root the first hero it hits or disable a targeted structure for a brief period of time. When activated, Shield Emitter will provide the mech armor and grant a shield to allies in its proximity. The second person to enter the Protector will take on the gunner position and has access to a deadly set of damage-dealing abilities. After a range-defining windup, the Protector's particle cannon can launch a projectile to a target location, dealing area damage upon impact. The mech can also initiate Gatling Cannon, unleashing an ongoing barrage of missiles at your cursor location for a brief period. Or activate its Scorching Laser to cut a line in the terrain that will trigger a delayed explosion for heavy damage. In addition to the Protector, spread across Volskaya Foundry are 5 mercenary camps, 2 siege camps, 2 turret mercs, and a singular support camp. Utilize the pushing power and activatable resources from these camps to bolster your team's aggression and push further into enemy territory. The control points across Volskaya are unique in a few ways. Each layout is different and will require you to engage the objective with a variety of tactical strategies. On top of that, the addition of moving conveyor belts around the points brings a dose of chaos that can amplify your team's approach or stifle it completely. Make sure you understand the direction each conveyor belt is moving around your point when you decide to engage or retreat. Even if your back is against the wall and it looks like the enemy is about to capture a point, do not lose hope. If you defensively dive a point before it hits 100%, the enemy cannot secure victory with you present. Safely hold your ground and get your team to back you for a team fight that could turn the tide. You do not want to underestimate the power of the Triglav Protector. In the hands of talented players, this mech can unload a ridiculous amount of damage. Volskaya Foundry is primed to test its remarkable new technology. How are you with mechs? Ready to be a pilot? A gunner? Or just a test dummy? We'll see you in the Nexus.
Alright, welcome back. We are good to go for the draft here on Volskaya Foundry. This is game 2. Got all of our technical issues worked out, I hope. Game 1 was taken by Counterpick Stupid. And now we are on the map that they chose, which means Left Coast gets the first ban and first hero pick this time. Alright, thanks everybody for hanging out with us while our two teams worked out their technical issues, and we're back on the road to another entertaining match, no doubt. First one was a nice, hotly contested back and forth affair. First ban's gonna be on Arthas. Left Coast not wanting to deal with that this game. Let's see what Counterpick Stupid does for their first ban. As I refresh. Say goodbye to that Johanna. Johanna always seems like a decent, or even a quality, or even a high quality band these days, given her omnipresence and her efficacy. Second band coming out of Left Coast. Thought we might see an Azmodan band, but no. Lunara. No Lunara tonight. Can't Counterpick Stupid. Thinking about their second and final ban of this first ban phase. And it will be Azmodan. They didn't want to give a first pick Azmodan away to Left Coast, so we see that ban. So what's going to sneak through That's the question now. It's gonna be Raynor. First pick, Raynor. Can have a steady stream of damage out of that guy. Super annoying ultimate. Somewhat recently reworked.
So it begins.
Doing fairly well in the league.
Ready for action.
Can't counterpick stupid. Highly prioritizing that Deckard Cain. Still the best support in NGS right now, statistically speaking. Above, what is he, like 54% win rate with the most games played of any support. And Muradin, the Swiss Army knife frontliner, gives you stuns, can slow down auto attacks, which could be key if he can get on top of Raynor. High survivability. And Left Coast responds with a Diablo pick and a Maiev pick in that rotation. Maiev, successful so far in this season. Not as heavily played as some heroes in this division, but doing well when she is picked. And why not? With the displacement she has, the damage she has. 2 quality ultimates. Diablo, also doing pretty well. Hard to deal with. Displacements, stuns. We're going to see a Phoenix ban from Can't Counterpick Stupid, finishing off their bans. And a Nazebo ban out of Left Coast. Maybe anticipating a longer game, which would allow Nazebo to build up power, much the same way that Azmodan did in the last game. How will Can't Counterpick Stupid respond here? Cassia and Li Ming. Very, very strong damage dealers. You have reset potential with Li Ming. Cassia, that's more blinds against Jimmy Raynor. Raynor might have a hard time getting that damage out. We shall see how that works out for him. Final rotation from Left Coast is going to include Varian again. I guess they liked what they saw out of Varian last game. And Malfurion will round out that team. Nice steady healing from Malfurion. Gives you hard crowd control with the root. One of the top supports in the league right now. So a nice pick there. Final pick of the game is going to be Blaze. Arguably the premier solo laner in the game right now. Gives you slows, gives you stuns. Fair amount of damage. Nice escape with Bunker. RTB 1400 is excited for this Maiev as we jump into the game. Alright, Volskaya Foundry Game 2 of this 2-game set between Left Coast and Can't Counterpick Stupid. Division C West, NGS Season 5, Round 2, in case you're just joining us from some of the other games that have been happening around the league tonight. Lots of games on the docket, and we're one of the last ones for the evening. This later 9:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time start time. Left Coast, Hex 337 is going to be playing Diablo Incognito on Maiev. Catrixa playing Varian. We're also going to have Maxazillion playing Malfurion and Reaper 777 on Raynor. That's going to be your Left Coast team in blue. Over on the red side, we have Can't Counterpick Stupid. Deckard, played by Wits End. Li Ming, played by Thorin. Keladorn, playing Blaze. Cassia, played by Osprey. And Muradin, played by Valkymer. That's our lineups, friends, as I pull up the talents here. Blaze is going to go ahead and scoot on down to bot. Not going to bother with the customary middle dance here. We have some sprays in game 2. A little bit more personality at the start of the match. Deckard going with that scroll of identify, so we're going to see some stacks here. 2 roots right away for Deckard. Incognito getting a nice 2-hero pull. Hex with a stun on Osprey. Root's a little bit late to come out, so Osprey will get away. Falcomer getting kind of low on Muradin. As we begin, a little bit of rotation action here from both teams. Support camp's going to be up in 3 seconds. See if we get any prioritization of that early on. Some teams like to take it right away. We have a 2v1 down here. Catrixa rotating down. Can't counterpick stupid though. They're going to start their fortification camp, get that turret on hand. Left coast is not quite on board with doing mercs yet. Oh, actually I stand corrected. Hex 337 just started. That's going to take a little bit of time without some help there. Meanwhile, there's a 3v2 top lane ever so briefly. Doesn't really come to much as both teams keep an eye on that support camp. X still working away at this turret. As left coast moves in a little bit, pushing this lane, but can't counterpick stupid. Has 4 members, 4v3. The slow in the root from Deckard does catch Max's Zillion. Incognito's really low. Valkymer jumps in. Hopefully trying to secure that kill, but it's not able to. And here we go on the support camp from Can't Counterpick Stupid. Left coast looks like they're just gonna let it go. No, Reaper goes in. Fend coming out from Osprey. Full on fight here. Muradin's gonna die. X getting pretty low. That is a 1-0 outcome in favor of left coast. So just like game 1, they did secure first blood. And the objective is up. Left coast is already up to 12%. Need to get to 100, of course, to capture the protector. Can't Counterpick Stupid is arriving in force. Falcomer going in, putting out a little bit of a stun, just kind of scoping things out. Blaze is still hanging out bot lane. Finally coming up. Got super speed because of the conveyor belt there. Auto poke coming out from Can't Counterpick Stupid. Incognito makes the engage here. Stun and flip comes out from Hex, but he's going to die as a result of that aggression. Reaper super low, as is Catrixa. And it's 3 kills to 1 in favor of Can't Counterpick Stupid. Left coast reached 99% on the objective. We see that quite often on this map. A 99% pause in the action. Can't Counterpick Stupid's now adding up their percentage. They're going to be at 50% pretty quickly here as they work on securing another turret for what is sure to be another team fight here. As Hex moves onto the pad, followed by his team. Osprey with a little bit of poke damage there. It's 5v5, full-on engagements coming out. Roots from Deckard. Defend. Wits End super low. Hex super low. Hex will die. Raynor died earlier in this fight. Catrixa falling to Osprey's well-placed fend there. That's going to be 4 kills for your red team. Can't counterpick stupid as they secure the protector, and they move into this middle gate. They're now up 8-7 in terms of experience, winning that race to 10 as the protector moves to the top lane where Valkymer's already working on some minions here. Looks like they want that wave's help a little bit. Raynor is moving bot to defend this lane, maybe fancying a kill. Katrixig also accompanying on that little move. Meanwhile though, Malfurion's gonna die as this protector aggression continues top lane. And Can't Counterpick Stupid is up 10-8. Let's see what ultimates they choose here as the protector explodes. We're seeing Bunker, we're seeing Avatar, we're seeing Ball Lightning. As Can't Counterpick Stupid secures this support camp. Deckard still has not chosen his ultimate. That is a tough choice. As someone who plays quite a bit of Deckard, I often have to give pause and consider what I want my ultimate to be, given the current state of the game. Deckard ultimately opts, Wit's End, chooses Lornado. Left Coast likes the idea of picking Keladorn, but it's just not happening so far this game. Valkymer and Osprey kind of interested in Hex here. Out comes the Fend. Just a little bit of poke damage there. Maybe trying to bait Hex forward. He does dive in. Valkymer is still in that vent. Ball Lightning comes out. Hex is down to 200 health. Osprey is actually going to fall here? No? Yes. Incognito with the aggression there. That backfired a little bit, perhaps. The Can't Counterpick Stupid. Nice play by Incognito to rotate up. Secure that kill. And Left Coast is now at level 10 themselves, so we have some ultimates coming out. We have Lightning Breath out of Diablo again. Containment Disc coming out of for Maiev. What's this here? We have Raynor's Raiders, so looking for some single target Estering out of Raynor, as opposed to the AoE capability that he has at 10 potentially. Moist Weenus, thank you for the bits. Thank you for stopping by. We're in game 2. Between Left Coast and Can't Counterpick Stupid. Can't Counterpick Stupid is up 1-0. Left Coast looking to even up the score. Can't Counterpick Stupid looking to get a 2-0 domination. As Osprey is caught out a little bit here, pulled back by Incognito. Lornado is not enough. Cassia will die. Containment Disc, Incognito is just kind of going off here. Bunker was dropped as well. There's no real follow-up. Another nice engage here from Incognito, but no more deaths will come of it. Left Coast does not press here. They decide to go ahead and move on up toward the objective, which just started. Muradin's already sitting there. Eke out a couple of percentage points. For Hex will charge in. Incog's on the pull Muradin back. There are 4 or 5 members around Muradin who does not drop the health. The health item. Valkymer knowing their limits. Not wasting the heal, so it's still available. And Muradin's going to be pretty much 100% health for phase 2 of this fight. 5v5, everyone's involved. Valkymer and Hex poking at each other. Hex is going to charge in and flip Osprey. Maev's gonna die to Li Ming. So will Varian and Raynor. X is also gonna fall here. He charges in on Thorin. Max Zillion down to about 20% health as well. 4 kills in that fight. Can't Counterpick Stupid is really having their way during these team fights in this game so far. They are up 14 to 12 in experience, so that's probably helping them a little bit. You get that every level is giving you extra power. Not to mention some quality ultimate usage and focus fire. Reaper taking a lot of damage. Stun coming out from Keladorn. Another stun, this time from Hex. As we trade crowd controls, Bunker is going to come out. 2 members of Can't Counterpick Stupid jump in there as Maiev falls to Li Ming. Hex taking a lot of damage here. Almost simultaneous deaths from Diablo and Varian. Nice stun there onto Raynor as the Tree Glove laser comes out. Doesn't quite kill Reaper though. That's going to be the first fort kill of the game for Can't Counterpick Stupid. They also have 15 kills to Left Coast's 4, and they're up 16 to 13. So this is now a pretty significant puzzle that Left Coast is going to have to solve. As the aggression continues here with the Protector. Incognito getting stunned by Caladorn. Tries to pull on the Protector, but that's not going to work out. And there's pretty much a full-on disengage here from Can't Counterpick Stupid as they decide to rotate and maybe find value somewhere else before this timer runs out on the Protector. Should be any second now.
So that is the extent of the Protector's power. Impressive.
Are we going to see a camp invade? It looks like we are. Can't Counterpick Stupid is up 3 levels. Valkymer leaps in. Totally unafraid. Deckard Root does not catch Catrixa. We do have Containment Disc from Incognito on Deckard, but it's more of an annoyance than anything else. As Can't Counterpick Stupid is still up 2 levels and a talent here. So right now, Left Coast needs to reach for that level 16, get some talent tier parity so they can start to impose their will on the map again. In a little bit of a hole here. Support camp is taken by Can't Counterpick Stupid. They've pretty much owned those throughout this match. As the Left Coast dances around in the middle here with Can't Counterpick Stupid. Wits End, Thorn, and Osprey, go ahead and rotate down to this fortification camp. Trix is floating around here. Like Left Coast is going to assemble mid. So, Can't Counterpick Stupid has a lot of items. They know how to accessorize here. They have 2 turrets and a heal. As Can't Counterpick Stupid works on their siege camp. We have a little bit of activity here as Valkymer goes in on Hex. (15 to 18). Looks like Left Coast will have 16 before the next objective begins. Can't Counterpick Stupid is making a move toward top keep here. Left Coast is going to react. Can't Counterpick Stupid wants to force the issue before 16 happens, but that will be any moment here.
I'm getting another terminal ready.
But this keep is already so low that they should be able to kill it.
Ready.
before a full-on engage can happen from left coast. Left coast does have their 16s now. This is where they can start to do things again. They did a good job of staying alive, cashing in XP around the map, catching back up. They have a small window of opportunity here to fight. Can't counterpick stupid before 20 is reached on the red side. Katrix and Incognito in trouble here. Really deep in the objective zone. The root, defend, Cassia will notch a kill on Maev. Stuns come out on Reaper and another fend. Cassia doing some work here. Varian dying after charging in. Lightning Breath. It's going to result in Diablo's death more than anything else. And this fort is also going to die. Left Coast just not finding their groove here in these team fights. It's especially difficult with that power level difference we've been talking about. As Can't Counterpick Stupid very wisely moves into the gate of the bottom lane keep. You only need one person to hang out on that pad. Caledon is doing that. Doing the Lord's work, as they say. And that gate's gone. It's going to make it a lot easier later on if they want to push bot lane with the Protector. Looks like they will secure. Left Coast is cleaning up their base. Can't Counterpick Stupid is up to 85% on the objective. They go ahead and pick up another turret. They already have two. This will be their third. Items are really important here. I wanted to say very and really at the same time.
Blue team has taken control of a Protector.
Alright, and the Protector's marching down this bot lane where Can't Counterpick Stupid recently destroyed the towers and gate. They want this bottom keep. Incognito with a pull on Valkymer. The Valkymer stays close, so there is no pull actually. Varian will die to Blaze. Lightning Breath comes out, but not much more than a tickle there as Diablo dies. And Maev dies. Only Max, Zillion, and Reaper are left to defend this core, which is going down fast at 70%. This will be GG. It'll be a 2-0 domination on the part of Can't Counterpick Stupid. GG! Well played once again by both teams. Can't Counterpick Stupid getting the best of Left Coast in that second game. Winning every team fight, pretty much. And earning a commanding experience lead. 22 kills to 4 in game 2. Not as close as the first game. But there were still some bright moments out of Left Coast. Raynor was able to get some damage out, despite all the blinds counterpicks against him. 3 kills for Raynor. Tough game for Diablo, 6 deaths. Absorbed the most damage in the game though, doing that tank work. I liked what I saw out of Incognito on that Maev here and there. But the day belongs to Can't Counterpick Stupid with their 2-0 domination over Left Coast. That will bring them, I think, to a 7-5 record after they drew earlier tonight. So their star is ascending. And I wonder if we can get a little bit of a conversation going here with a member of Can't Counterpick Stupid. See if I can get the captain interested in joining me there. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this match between Left Coast and Can't Counterpick Stupid. Let me give them the point that they earned here on the screen. It's very important. 2-0. And I'm going to go ahead and jump into a lobby here, see if we can get a little bit of a conversation going on with Wits End or someone else from Can't Counterpick Stupid. And I'll go ahead and just leave the stats on the screen here. And thank you, Moist Weenus, for the raid. I think I was a little delayed on thanking you, and welcome everybody. So if we don't get an interview, that's cool too. We'll see what happens. We'll just wait a little bit longer here. But yeah, other thoughts from that game. Osprey having an amazing game. A lot of quality, well-timed fends there. And Li Ming, probably MVP of the match, played by Thorin. 11 kills, 11 assists, no deaths, pitching the no-hitter, just like Deckard Cain. No deaths out of Deckard as well. So really strong performances in that second game, especially out of Can't Counterpick Stupid. Li Ming also doing top siege in the game, top hero damage in the game. It's just a commanding performance from Thorin. And I'm not hearing back. Let me try one more direct message here. See if we can get a short interview going on from the dominating team's captain. If not, I'm not sure if there are any other games on the air right now. Let me peek at the schedule here, see if there's any raid opportunity. I think we're one of the last games on the docket for the night, though. Yes. So this will be the end of your NGS broadcasting day. Thank you so much to everyone who showed up and spent time with us. Just take another moment here to see if we can't get a short chat here. Looks like it may not be coming to pass. But there you go. So just as a recap, we have a 2-0 domination of Left Coast by Can't Counterpick Stupid. And that takes Can't Counterpick Stupid. Oh, is this?
Are you looking for a Counterpick Stupid?
Sure, sure. Let me see if I can bump up your volume ever so slightly.
Oh, I can move my mic closer to my face, sorry.
Okay, that'll work too. So who am I speaking with here?
I'm Valk. I'm the tank player.
Oh, okay.
You and I actually spoke last week too, but you thought I was my brother Wits.
All right, a little bit of a switcheroo, I suppose. But anyway, congratulations on the 2-0 domination tonight.
Thanks, it was a good night for us. We had a lot of fun.
Yeah, you also played another set before this one, right?
We did. We played Virtual Murky Slayers and split that one.
All right, so 3-1 tonight. It's got to feel pretty good.
We're pretty excited. We were very fortunate. We had a lot of things go our way. We're happy.
Yeah, especially with the game too. Maybe you could talk about the difference between these two matches from your perspective, because the first game was much more of a back and forth affair, much more hotly contested. Whereas the second one, you really seemed to, I know it was your map pick as well, really seemed to take control. So I wonder what your perspective on that is. that movement from game 1 to
I
2?
I think that we in the interim, when I was the fella who couldn't keep connected, we were talking about, okay, what can we do to tighten up rotations? What can we do to fix the issues that we had last game? Our shot calling was better, our communication was better, and we were anchoring better even. So we had a lot of little things come together for us.
Yeah, I mentioned before we started talking, Incognito's Maiev seemed to be creating some problems here and there for you guys, but you responded pretty well. Was there anything in the second game's draft that you were particularly afraid of, or that you had to pay special attention to, or did you feel pretty good about the second game's draft?
So Incognito plays quite a bit of Maiev based on our scouting, and we really should have banned that earlier. We threw out a Phoenix ban that was completely unnecessary, unfortunately, but we just kind of got to the end of it and panicked, and okay, that's a good comfort ban.
Right.
So I think they had more opportunity to punish us than they took advantage of, because we were a little sloppier in the ban portion of it, because we spent the whole time not talking about what we would ban, but how we were going to tighten up rotations, which we, again, worked out for us, so we'll take it.
Right. Yeah, so I don't know if you had any shout outs or anything, getting kind of later in the evening, so
Well, once again, hi mom, you got
there
to
you
throw
go.
that out there in the
I remember
shout-outs.
that from last time.
So
Consistent.
shout out to Left Coast. Again, we had a lot of fun. We appreciate you being there. We enjoyed the competition, and you guys were great. I still think that had a couple of things worked out in their favor, it would have been a different ball game. But we were lucky, thanks to all of our team and the work that they're putting outside of the game to make our matches better. And thanks to Witz, who's our captain, and all that he's been doing to help us improve each week.
All right, fantastic. Thanks again for jumping in here for this short and sweet conversation. Maybe if I cast another one of your games, we'll have a slightly longer one if it's earlier. But
no worries.
nice.
We do tend to play a little late.
Sure.
But thanks, Odd Thought, and
Yeah.
have a wonderful night.
Same to you. Good luck on the rest of the season. 7-5, looking good.
We want to take it by storm.
All right, I'll catch you later.
Bye.
Bye. All right, friends, so that's going to be it for this particular broadcast. The VOD will be up shortly. I'll process that for everybody. So thanks again for joining me. This is my first solo NGS effort. It was a blast. Excellent play from both teams once again. Left Coast and Can't Counterpick Stupid were our teams in this 2-game set, with Can't Counterpick Stupid finishing with a 2-0 domination on the night. So thank you all for showing up, watching the game with us, and I will have more casts coming up in the near future, so I look forward to seeing you at those as well. And again, nobody to raid now. All the NGS programming is over, so I'm just going to thank you one more time and send you to my outro screen and call it a night. Thanks again, everybody. Toodaloo.